everybody. So I'm here this morning again to share another story. And yet I want to allow the words that come forward to not be my own. I ask to give all of my thoughts to the divine that is within me and allow Spirit to take over. I feel the Spirit indwelling within me all the time, never ceasing, never stopping. And I watch that even the expression of a smile can light up an entire room. Yesterday night, I went to yoga at 9:15, and I haven't been in a long time, but I felt inspired to go. And when I went, there was a man there named Pino, and it was his class. And I was just so present on my mat, and I invited God and the divine into the room with me as I lied there in 10 minutes in Savasana before it started, and I felt so still and open and expansive. And as soon as he began, like his passion was just riveting within me. And I just had this huge smile on my face, just enjoying everything, and there was no thoughts. It was complete stillness, complete presence, and absolute joy. And he felt this joy, and he talked about it, and it inspired him, and it inspired the whole class of what I'm guessing a total number here, but like 50 people, and it was huge. Like there's so many people, and the energy in there was just radiating, and he said it was because I inspired him, and yet he inspired me, and it was just this beautiful flow throughout all of it, and I was just so thankful to be a part of it, and I realized how much a smile makes a difference, because it's the smile of joy, right? It's the smile of unconditional love to a brother, and that even if I've never met the person before, I see them on the street, or I see them behind a restaurant, or whatever it may be. These people are souls as I am, as y'all are, and there's no difference. We can look at another brother and we can judge them based on their appearance, their form, all the stories that we can give them as to what their life may be, or was, or should be. We can have these labels and have all these judgments placed upon somebody else, but what we don't realize is that as we give that to another brother, whether it be judgment, condemnation, annoyance, anything like that, we're really giving it to ourselves. And I think that if we want this external world to react and respond to us in a positive and loving way, then we must give that. And as we give that love and that joy and that smile to our brothers and sisters, you better believe that they feel it and they send it right back. Because what we give, we receive. And so when we become aware of everything that we are doing on the levels of thought, on the levels of word, and the levels of deed, then we can allow ourselves to become in complete alignment with creation. Okay. We are creators. We are infinite creators. Okay. We see this physical form of a world that appears to be created with all the technology and all the places that we can visit, and all the things that we can see, and all the incredible mechanisms of this world. But that's not it. That's not the all. That's not everything in which we can create. All of the things in form have been created out of a separate will, a separate mind, and now we are coming to a point where we are recognizing that we can have a joint will. Okay? Joint creation. Co-creation. And this is when we can be the souls that we are and connect with the souls in our brothers and sisters, instead of this being my body and that being your body, and therefore we have to build, houses and planes and cars and all of these things that go around the body and make it easier for the body and make it better for the body. Now what we are doing is we are co-creating a better world for all of humanity. We are co-creating a world where we can work with one another, work off Mother Earth, and work together. Where we can find peace in our everyday lives, where we can find joy in our everyday lives by realizing that we are the same and not different. And as we for ourselves determine within ourselves that we want nothing but happiness, then we can be determined to get happiness by turning our ears inward, our eyes inward, and let our heart expand. Turning off the physical senses of the body and turning inward. Inward is where the answer is. That's where we find our answers. And if we're not happy in every single moment of every day, and it isn't easy for us to just flash a smile and feel so good on every level of your being, then we need to go within and ask why not. Because this is our natural state. It's who we are. And as I light up, you light up, because the light is all that we are. This darkness, this gloom, this frustration and annoyance and false goals don't help us. They keep us trapped in our own paradigm of thinking and our old way of living, and it's not helpful to us or those around us. So I guess what I'm saying in regards to all of this is that and being co-creators, we are responsible for everything that we think, everything that we say, and everything that we do. And if we allow things to simply be as they are and allow ourselves the time to go within and ask for clarity on what's happening around us, we will be able to strengthen that relationship within ourselves and begin to trust that holy voice within us that speaks to us and teaches us the truth about what's going on. So many of us are afraid to get to that silence, that openness, that expansion within us, because we feel that when we have no thoughts, then what are we? Who are we? How can I live in this world if I don't have thoughts? How can I live in this world if, I don't believe the way that I believe or do what I do at this time? They're just questions of unsurety and unknowingness, but I guarantee to every single one of you that when you give yourself permission to be your best self and live your greatest life, and instead of thinking that you have to do it with action out there, but begin in here and just simply go within, willing to listen, willing to seek that peace, willing to enter that space beyond the thoughts, so we may rest in this openness, so that we can hear from the inner voice of reason instead of listening out there. We will be guided as to our actions. We will be guided as to what we should do, where we should go, who we should speak to, how we should respond. Like yesterday in going to yoga, that was completely and entirely inspired. It didn't come from my thinking mind, but it came from my soul within me, edging me to go. And when I went, it was miraculous. And every time I have those prompts, I follow, and something miraculous comes out of it, because the plan is larger than myself, and therefore I must let go, sink into that plan, and let myself be guided. Guided from the inner voice within, guided from our intuition, guided from the heart space of love. Love is our compass, people. Right? And when we're in this presence, in this space, in these moments of smiles, then people recognize it. They feel it. They comment on it. And they know also that it is within them. And they are thankful for that reminder. And they take it and they run with it. And it's so beautiful. And this is what we all can do. And all we have to do is be who we are. We don't have to do anything else but being who we are, right? And recognizing that there's a mind within all of us that wants to keep us alone, wants to keep us feeling not good enough. It wants to keep us feeling less than. It wants to keep us thinking that things will change in the future and we need to fix the past. But that's just the mind within us. That is a self-sabotaging mind. It is our thoughts. It's our thinking mind. It is not who we are. And this is why I stress the importance to each and every one of you that if we truly, truly, truly want to embrace perfect happiness in our lives, that we must let go of what we think we know and rest into the arms of the divine to be told the truth of what is so. We don't know. We don't know. This thinking mind that we held and we have is, provides us with what? Knowledge of what other egos think to be true. It's not the truth of all humanity. It's not the truth of all this world and all of this universe and of God. And if we come from heaven, if we come from the source, and the source is perfect love and perfect joy and perfect creation and serenity and unification with all souls. And if that is a place we return after we're here on earth, then why the disconnect when we're here on earth? Why the forgetting that that is who we are? Why the forgetting that that is what we can do? We are not this form, we are not this body. So when we accept our truths of soul and live through our life as a soul, as a spirit, then everything is perfect. And I used to be afraid of using the word perfect before because I thought that it might scare people off and they're like, oh, there is no perfection, no one can be perfect. But we are perfect in truth. You are the same as me. And you can experience how incredible and joyous and miraculous life is when you choose to accept that for yourself and be determined to head in that direction. All you have to do is head in that direction, and that direction is inward. One of my favorite lines in the Course is, I need do nothing. And what that means is I need do nothing out there. The only thing I must do is within here. And if my mind is the creative power of this universe, then I must be within my mind and seek to hold only love there. Only love there. And when we recognize that we are love and we deserve the love of the infinite universe, is when we open up and we say, please, creator of mine, tell me who I am, show me who I am and what my part is in this world, because I am ready. And that's when it's accepted. Atonement. At 1 mint. It is the choice that we make, and that is all. And as we make this choice, we become the light that we are, and we shine. And everybody around us sees the glimmering light, and they go, what does she have? Why don't I don't have that? Then if they come up to me, I say, you do have that. Look a little deeper, and it shall be found. The gemstone crystal that ignites your being is inside of you, waiting to claim. It is inside of you, waiting to be like, I'm ready and open to receive it, and then it is given you. And it is done. And every single now moment is another opportunity for us to accept it for ourselves. Right? We have 2 choices in this world, love or fear. We have 2 choices in this world, illusion or truth. And as we become more open and willing to learn this fact, it becomes easier and easier and easier every day and in every single way. And simply by being who we are, we set the pathway for others to follow, to know that it is okay to shine their light also, to connect with their passions, connect with their heart centers, to do what brings them joy, and to recognize that this world, the way that it is run, is backwards, that it's not money first and then your happiness comes, it's happiness first and then your money comes. We need to flow with the vibration of Mother Earth, and the vibration of Mother Earth is love. That is the vortex. That is the vortex of love and light that we all must enter into the center of. And as we enter into the center of happiness, you better believe we go throughout this world and we bring more of what brings us happy. And if money and abundance is needed, it comes. Because we are abundant. We are infinite creators of this universe. We've created it as it is out there right now. And now is the time to switch the mind from the separate mind to the unified mind, so that we can shift this consciousness of this world to that of love. And that is what we are doing. That's what I've done. And that is what I share with everybody around me. That is what you are doing because you're listening to this video right now. And thus when we trust that there's a divine spark that has been placed within us in the moment of conception that will never leave us and will always be there and that we can reach to at any moment, at any time, and every single day, then the more we have this excitement to go within, this cannot wait to go within, this yes, this is my alone time to be with me and to be with God. Yay! It's a wonderment to go inside, because when we close off our eyes, when we close off our senses of the body, and we simply step back into the space and stillness, we are carried out of this form, and we stretch into the magnitude of this universe, stretching into space, into the infinite, and we literally just mesh into the all of it all. And we become one with everything that is, because we are one with everything that is. And then upon awakening from this deep, relaxed state of unification is when we open our eyes and we see this physical world of form outside us vastly differently. As when we see this world outside of us as literally just a reflection of our own inner thoughts and our own inner thinking. And as we begin to train our mind and choose only the thoughts of love within our mind and give all darkened thoughts to the light within us for reinterpretation, is how we heal ourselves. It's how we heal our minds, it's how we heal our bodies, and it's how we allow ourselves to live through souls here on this earth. And we're all doing it. And I found yoga for me yesterday was a beautiful way to get into that state of deep, deep surrender into the oneness of it all. As we allow the energy of the body to flow into this fluid pattern of just movement, being present, being open, focused on breath, it literally allows us to center ourselves into the right here, right now. And when we're right here, right now is when we become open to the universe speaking to us, our higher self speaking to us within. So we can start to learn from our internal teacher the difference between truth and illusion, instead of thinking that we know, because we don't know. Our heart knows, our mind does not know. Our thinking mind is inundated with too much shit, too much stuff that needs to be unraveled and taken out bit by bit, thought by thought, and our internal teacher is there waiting for us to do this. So yesterday after yoga, when he got us to just lie on our mats after in stillness, letting the breath fall, letting everything fall, just seeking into the universe, I was so still and so present and so open. And it is in those times that Spirit speaks to us, and it is in those times where we literally feel connected to everyone in the room, and we can have these awakenings, these ahas, these moments of recognition of our true divine selves, because we've simply just let go of the body, the form, and we're just being. We're just being. Letting go of the body, let the body sink into the ground. Our mind open and free. And that's when our divinity speaks to us, and that's when it speaks to me. And so there's so many different ways that we can go throughout our world to help us to remind us to go inward. And we need to take that time for ourselves every day, every single day. Whether it be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. It really doesn't matter. For me, it was like 5 minutes, and then it naturally crept up to about 45. And that's just natural now. Pure stillness and silence. And as we're supposed to look through our thoughts and undo our thoughts, it happens naturally and automatically within us. We don't have to do anything. We literally just have to be. Just be. Our whole thing is to listen first, learn to undo error in mind, and then give as we've received. That's it, and that's where the action comes from. Doing, giving, as we are guided. Just like I was guided yesterday to the yoga class. It was purely inspired, and I'm so thankful I followed suit, right? Oh, I love my Android. So I'm going to answer him now, and I'm going to say to all of you that I love you all, and I will pick this up again very, very soon. Bye.